Chelsea fans, that's 2 defeats in 2 games, very different defeats. And for me, we could have avoided both of them. If you saw my last video on my channel, rather than the live commentary I've just done and just finished for the game tonight against Juve, I was livid about the way we approached the Man City game, being defensive, the way we sat back. There was no intensity, there was no urgency, and we brought the result on ourselves by the way we played. We didn't deserve to win the game, and that was clear. So that's what wound me up the most about the Man City game, because we're much better than that. So we come into the game tonight against Juve, and yes, we got 4 players missing: Mount, Pulisic and Reece James from injury, and N'Golo Kanté for COVID. But we still got a good enough squad to go there, to rotate some players around and to attack Juventus. And looking at Juve now, a little bit of turmoil. They're trying to get their feet, trying to sort of get back to being the way they used to be. And it became pretty much apparent within 5 minutes of kickoff that we knew how the game was going to play out. Juve were playing 4-4-2 formation, defending narrow. They weren't playing any wider than the width of the penalty box. Now, when I say that, just look at a football pitch. Sort of, you got penalty box, centre circle, like on a graphic in front of you. Just do it. Get a ruler and you take the edge of the penalty box from one end to the other, and you draw a line from it, from that side and that side. The width of those 2 penalty boxes is the way the Juve played and defended. They were happy to let Chelsea play the ball wide today and have the ball as much as possible wide until they got anywhere near their box. So when they were playing when we just moved inside their half, out wide, they let us have the space. They were more than happy to do that. They were quite happy to play counter-attacking football. And Chelsea got sucked into playing against Juve, and we got sucked into playing too slow. We played 3-4-3, which is good, with Hakim Ziyech and Kai Havertz as number 10s behind Lukaku. But the problem that we had was every time we went forward, Juventus put 5 men across the edge of their box, defending the edge of their box. And we would then move forward, and Lukaku would push up against Bonucci. Havertz would push up against De Ligt. And you still had 3 defenders covering those 2 players, marking Havertz and Lukaku. Every time we tried to play a ball into them, they would win it, nick it off them. We were getting no balls into them. It was just a problem, a real problem all game. And we had an opportunity in the first half of a corner that was driven towards the penalty spot. Lukaku spins round from the back, gets free, shoots left-footed, half sort of doesn't hit it cleanly. Easy for Szczesny to just recover it. For Juve, they had 2 opportunities in the first half where they broke on a counter-attack against us. We had a bad ball played forward. They broke up against us, caused us some problems, and they could have been a goal up. Chiesa shot wide first half. At half-time, it was clear to me that Chelsea were dominating the game. A lot of possession going forward, down the wings. No ball in the box because every time it was played in, they had been outnumbered. Coming back out wide, going backwards to work across the other side, play it forward, same process. A lot of possession, no real end product. It was clear at half-time that we need to mix that game up. We need to bring on Timo Werner. Put a ball over the top. Bonucci and De Ligt had it easy. They could see Lukaku in front of them. They could see where he was moving. They could manage marking him and dealing with him easy. When you got Timo Werner in his pace, working as he did against Real Madrid last season away, he worked their 3 centre-backs and he worked in between them and around them, in behind them, and they didn't know where to turn because he was just causing them all sorts of problems. That's what we need to do tonight. We didn't do it. We did not do it for whatever reason. And Thomas Tuchel made like-for-like substitutions, and it just played into their hands. We kept plugging away. We kept trying to find the right balls forward, but we just couldn't do it. And Chelsea got sucker punched 11 seconds into the second half. And you have to admit, great goal from Juve. They take the kick-off back to Bonucci. He launches one out to left-hand side, halfway inside our half. The header's won, and they head it forward to Bernardeschi, who's dropped off. And what he does, he controls it, and then with his second touch, he sees Chiesa's made a run across the box from right to left, and he flicks it in between 2 defenders. Chiesa is now out by the near post to the left of the penalty spot, moving out to the left-hand side, and he hits it first time into the roof of the net with Mendy just looking at the ball, and Mendy's fuming when that goal goes in. Chelsea got caught on the counter, sucker punched, and never recovered. We never looked like scoring until late in the game, where Lukaku actually pinned Bonucci in the channel from a ball from Ross Barkley. Yes, Ross Barkley. And Lukaku edged 12 yards out, wide left, shot, and it went wide and over the bar. And that was an opportunity, but another big one late in the game, right on full time after 5 minutes of injury time. Ball in the box and Kai Havertz free header on the 6-yard box heads it over. Chelsea didn't do enough to win the game. Chelsea didn't mix the game up and played into Juve's hands, and we got sucker punched. Simple as that. 2 defeats on the spin, 2 very, very different defeats, and that's it. So that's it from me. 5-minute video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the game in the comment section. See you next time.